Let me record this thing. All right, what's up, man? We're back right here on the Tariq Elite Radio Show, the live Ustream show. We're live in effect. It is the day after the historic Million Man March anniversary, Justice or Else. You dig? So we're back. We're here. Shout out to the Melanoid family. I know I'm looking jet lagged right now, but I'm good. I'm looking jet lagged, but I am good. So what is going on, family? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Let me do a real quick roll call for the room because we're in here heavy. People are coming in the room real fast. Let me do a roll call real quick. We got Proud Black Lady, Melanin Glory, Milo Based, Lakers Heat, DJ Class of 2004, Yababa. What's up, Yababa? I ain't seen you in a minute. Create Progress, Chris 99223, Little Richard 10, Anthology, Mac 337, Jay of the 21st, Melanin Glory, Jay Walkin, Jaw Walkin, Jamion Fowler, PRP1. You said Tariq is so delicious. I hope you are a chick. That's YL Fiats. I hope you're a female saying that, because if you're a dude, I'm banning your ass. We got Progress Maker. A lot of folks in the house. So anyway, too many people to name. Just shouting out a few of you. So what's up, fam? I want everybody to chime in. Who all went to the Million Man March anniversary yesterday in D.C.? I went. It was wonderful. It was great. I enjoyed chopping it up and being around the Melanin family, the Melanoid family, the Melanese family, the Melano family. I loved it. He said I dropped my bleach shirt. Yeah, I bought this shirt yesterday at the Million Man March. It's made like this. See the sleeves is made like that, right? I got this from my brother. Bam, you see that? That's tight, ain't it? Brother wants you to take a picture with me, and let me buy one of your shirts, brother. I support your business. Because a lot of folks were just trying to give me free stuff yesterday. So I bought this shirt from this brother, man. Shout out to the Melanoid family, man. Such beautiful folks. Such beautiful folks, man. I ran into so many people yesterday, man. People showed me so much love out there in D.C. What's up, Sharif? Yeah, man, people showed me so much love out there. You dig? At the Million Man March, it was good. I had a good time. The vibe was very good. The vibe was very lovely. I caught the majority of the minister's speech. Well, like in the middle. A lot of people, I heard some of the people speak, but the thing is, when I got there, I literally had to take about 200 pictures. Everybody saying I should have spoke. I just came to just be in the crowd. I just came to be a part of the family. A lot of folks were saying I should speak. Shout out to the brothers in the nation. Many other brothers in the nation were coming up to me taking pictures. And I didn't get to see as much of the event as I wanted to because I took about 200 pictures. I was taking pictures with people nonstop. I'm not saying that to complain. I'm not saying that to complain. Man, I'm very pleased at all the love I got out there from everybody. But every 5 or 6 steps I took, I had to take pictures with a whole bunch of people. So I was showing love. People showing me love. I was showing love back. But I did finally, towards the middle of the minister's speech, I was able to go somewhere and just kind of lay low and just kind of listen and soak it up. Yeah, Dave Chappelle was there. My man J. Cole was there. Puffy, shout out to Puffy. Puff Daddy was there. Much respect to Puffy. Young Jeezy was there. My brother Snoop was there. Snoop had on the bow tie. But Snoop was focused. But I didn't see Umar, but Umar was there. I saw pictures later on where Umar was there. Shout out to Umar. I didn't get a chance to run into him. My man Zoe was out there. I was trying to hook up with Zoe Williams. Because Zoe was texting me like, where you at? And I'm like, shit, I don't know. I'm over here by some TPs. And he's texting me and I'm taking a million pictures. I'm taking so many pictures. and I'm trying to, navigate and, yeah, I do, Calvin. Somebody did I find crispy? No. No, I didn't get the Minister for Hidden Colors 4. I didn't. But the Hidden Colors 4 is still off the chain. We're in the middle of it, the editing right now. My editor is taking care of it. Yeah, Diddy was there. Yeah, Diddy was there. Yeah, Cornel West, he was there. Yeah, so I was trying to hook up with Zoe. And shout out to Zoe. Shout out to 5150. They put, these bitch niggas then put some shit on the internet where they're talking about I'm dissing Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is my nigga. I got love and respect for Corey Holcomb. Let's get that shit straight. Corey Holcomb is my nigga. That's my dog. Love and respect Corey Holcomb. These niggas are trying to dig up an old 5-year-old tape where I'm dissing a nigga who was impersonating Corey. Y'all remember that On Bodine nigga? Some of y'all, my diehard listeners, y'all remember that nigga Kevin Ellison? Y'all remember him? Corey is solid. Corey's one of the realest niggas in the game. I ain't got nothing but love and respect for Corey. I was dissing. Y'all remember? I know he's desperate. I know old dude is desperate. But yeah, y'all remember Kevin Ellison, On Bodine, that nigga who was about 5 years ago. This nigga was impersonating Corey Holcomb. Google boycott black women and Corey Holcomb. Google that now. You'll see this nigga's information pop up. This nigga named Kevin Ellison went by the name of Kevo. Then he had something called the Leroy Show and the On Bodine. Had a bunch of goofy ass little YouTube channels, and he was promoting his little bullshit website. Fishmouth Kevo, exactly. He was promoting his little bullshit YouTube pages, but he had a website called Boycott Black Women. He was pretending to be Corey Holcomb. He was setting up interviews pretending to be Corey Holcomb, which he wasn't. I knew he wasn't. And plus, this Kevin Fishmouth Kevo nigga made about 200 videos talking shit about me. So I'm like, I'm gonna get this nigga. So I went along with his whole little Corey Holcomb thing. So I was like, yeah, Corey, I see you. So I'm acting like I'm dissing Corey, but I'm really dissing him because I'm going along with this nigga's shit so he can keep trolling so I can get his information. So that nigga kept trolling. I got that nigga's information, and y'all remember I lit that nigga's ass up. Right here on the show, I started roasting this nigga so bad. Some of y'all new people might not remember. I was roasting this nigga named Kevin Ellison so hard, he went and told Ustream, and Ustream stopped my show right in the middle of the show. Yeah, I found out all that nigga shit. I got all his shit. I lit his ass up on the show. And Ustream cut my show off right in the middle of the show. You dig? And I did a couple of disses on the dude. Let me give y'all a link because that Kevo nigga, he's so bitch made. That Corey Holcomb impersonator. He went on YouTube and had all the disses of me dissing him. He had all that shit taken down. He scrubbed the internet of all those disses I did of him. Because this nigga was impersonating Corey and I lit his ass up. So he had it all taken down. Kevo, y'all remember that shit. That was about 5 years ago. Let me give y'all, this is the video of me dissing Kevo. Me roasting him. One of the videos I'm roasting him. Yeah, so y'all get this and save this, because if I put it up on YouTube, the nigga will probably get it taken back down. But I'm giving y'all this link now. So y'all see that link right there? That link is from 5 years ago of me dissing this nigga who's basically, he was a Corey Holcomb impersonator. He was talking shit about me. So I set him up to get his information. And it seemed like I was dissing Corey, but I wasn't dissing Corey. I was dissing his ass. Corey is my nigga. Let's get it straight. So that nigga, there was a website called Fishmouth Kevo. I had that nigga's home address. Y'all remember that shit? He apologized, exactly. That bitch nigga got on the phone and apologized. That was on YouTube too. He had that shit taken down. That nigga was on the phone with tears in his eyes, apologizing because I was lighting his ass up so hard. But this is the video where I found his pictures. I found this nigga, he had like a mixtape that was complete garbage. You dig? So go, y'all get that link right there that I'm putting up in the chat room. And y'all hold on to that. Download the video so this nigga, Kevo, because Kevo must have sent Crispy the video or something, because the video ain't of me dissing him as Corey Holcomb. That's not on my site. So Kevo must have kept this shit and tried to instigate some kind of beef or whatever, which nobody fell for. The 5150 dudes, those are my niggas. Zoe and all those dudes, Corey and those dudes, those are my niggas. Let's not get it twisted. Yeah, that nigga was damn near crying when I lit his ass up. That nigga was damn near crying. I lit his ass up so heavy. That nigga didn't expect me to get his government name, that nigga's address, apartment number. Nigga was staying with his mama, had his mama's name. I said, nigga, you gonna keep making these bullshit videos. I'm getting you. Yeah, fuck you. Okay. All right, nigga. All right. Okay. Yeah, but for the record, Corey and those dudes, those are my niggas. Zoe is my dude. Those are my dudes. All of them. Bobby hooked me up with Jim Brown. Shout out to brother Bobby, who's on down with Zoe and those guys. So those are my people. Those are my people. Man, let's see who's on the phone. We got a lot of folks calling. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, biatch?
What's up, moist nigga? Who's this? Okay, that nigga. That was the most unconvincing gangster I ever seen in my life. That nigga sounded like he had a tube top on. Nigga, if you call up trying to be on some gangster shit, man, at least, man, don't sound like you got pubic hairs on your cheeks. I mean, that sounded real fucking moist, dude. That was some moist sounding shit, man. You better at least get some bass in your voice if you call up a nigga trying to sound gangster, dude. That wasn't gangster at all. You need to practice more, nigga. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Mike from Detroit.
Mike from Detroit. How you doing, man? What's on your mind?
Oh, good. Let's see, because what I want to talk about, because I don't know if you heard, but Obama, he just approved $12 million to give the Jews reparations for the Holocaust. Now, I want your thoughts on that.
All right. Oh, well, my thoughts on that is people in the Jewish community, they know how to get their money together and aggregate their resources so that they can put a politician in power and have that politician do their bidding. They have the resources, and not only the resources, the mindset to aggregate their funds and resources to create a mechanism where they can punish people who do not do their bidding. Whereas some of the media conglomerates, where they can say, okay, look, if you don't do our bidding, we're going to keep negative coverage of you. They know how to punish certain people who go against them. For example, Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson made some disparaging remarks about Jewish people. Tell me the last movie you saw Mel Gibson in. You did? They know how to reward or deprive by using their resources. Whereas Paula Deen called black folks nigger, said she wanted to dress black folks as slaves, and basically she's back on TV dancing with the stars like nothing happened, because we haven't created a mechanism to reward or punish people who go against us. And that's what we got to start doing, and that's where we got to get that code of conduct. But thank you for the call, sir. Thank you. All right, that's it. I'm not going on well. I'm going to answer that question and keep it pushing. Soak that in. That's the thing. A lot of folks don't want to soak shit in. See, with Mel Gibson, he made bad comments about black folks too. That shit would have been excused. They'll excuse you if you make negative comments about black people. The white supremacists will excuse you for that. They'll let you go. While Mel Gibson was talking about he hoped his ex-wife gets raped by a pack of niggas and all that, they'll let that slide. Look at what Dog the Bounty Hunter said. Dog the Bounty Hunter said some shit that was way more vile than Mel Gibson. He was talking about niggers with no souls, and he was going real deep with the white supremacy. But his ass got back on television because he didn't say anything negative about the power group. You understand? He didn't say anything about the group that has resources to punish him, the Jewish community. He didn't say anything about them. So he's back on TV. You dig? So we got to be in a position, we got to start getting an ownership mindset. You dig? Every time black folks start talking about being self-sufficient and having an ownership mindset and not being buck dancing fucking employees, the white supremacists, they're not going to co-sign it, and their Negro minions are going to be the ones in the forefront trying to sabotage it. That's why with the Million Man March anniversary, some of the most vocal opponents are some of the Negro minions of white supremacy. If you look at the social networking sites, some of these fake, pretend black feminists are some of the main ones talking down many of those people who are connected with ebony.com. Remember, most of the fuckery that you see with so-called black Twitter and all the people making disparaging remarks about those in black society who are doing something, especially black men, is coming from that little Negro bedwench conglomerate that comes from Ebony. They're at the forefront of that. You will notice all of those fake pretend feminists are connected with them. I didn't, Terrell. I did not, sir. I did not, sir. Yeah, I saw some Hebrew Israelites there. There was a lot of people there. There was just a lot of people there. A lot of people were there. Let me see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, sir? This is Chris from Atlanta.
Hey, Chris. What's going on, man?
I'm good. I'm a young brother out here in Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
And I want to. This Million Man March thing has really got me wanting to empower myself and grow and get a family and get a nice woman with me to support me or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm a brother with my head on straight. I'm in school to be a teacher. I already have a business plan that I want to lay out for when I save up enough money and invest in mutual funds and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm having trouble finding a sister out here. That's like you said, keep your standards up. That's in shape, that's intelligent. You know what I'm saying? It's not or formed double dick clutcher.
Yeah.
And so, what advice would you give to a dude like me who wants to build a family and build a community? But is having trouble out here in the dating.
I feel you. Very good question. Now we got to get back into the Mac lessons thing. See, the Mac lessons, all that ties in.
Okay.
What you got to do, and again, it's like a needle in a haystack. It's kind of rough finding the thorough ones. And no matter what people say, it's very difficult to find thorough significant others, men and women. A lot of women say the same thing. So it's very hard to connect with people who want to hook up and do the right thing. So what you got to do, you got to be the person you want to hook up with. When you start changing your lifestyle and start changing some of the locations where you used to hang out, because that's the thing. A lot of us, we look for different people, but we look for them in the same places where we hang out to meet all the ratchet people. You dig? So we don't never want to change our program and our format of doing things, but we want to meet different people by doing the same shit that we've been doing all these times. For example, when we're in college, we're used to hanging around ratchet spots. And when you go to college, you're used to going around ratchet spots, hanging around your ratchet friends, and pretty much dealing with the same type of people. They might not necessarily be ratchet, but they're on your level at that moment. You feel me? Like when you're in college, you deal with kind of irresponsible people. Got it?
Yeah.
Now, when you get older, you get out of college, you start stepping your game up as far as finances a little bit. You get your little career going. But socially, outside of work, we tend to run around the same circles. The same spots you used to go to in college, you still kind of go to them. The same bars you used to go to, you still go to them. So you're still meeting the same people with that mentality that you used to have. You understand? You haven't changed your social circle. So you keep running into these people, but you're on this level now. Now you're thinking about business, you're being more responsible, but you're meeting all these turn up twerking ass chicks, and you're trying to turn hoes into housewives, so to speak. You understand? Yeah. So now it's time for you to step your game up and try some different shit. And that's a very hard thing for people to do, is to get out there and try a different social setting, because it's uncomfortable, because you're a fish out of water. So I say to you, you're going to have to start going to like events like the Million Man March, because there was a lot of good vibes out there. Community events, things where you want to go to like fundraisers where money is being made, money is being raised. You want to go to seminars about real estate, shit like that. You'll be surprised when I would do lectures for the Learning Annex. I don't know if they have the Learning Annex out there, but years ago I would do stuff for the Learning Annex. And dimes would come through. Upscale fly women would come through spots like that because these are women who wanted to elevate their game. You understand? So you got to go to places where you can elevate your game and be around new types of people. You'll be surprised, man. You'll meet people that's on that level that you want to get on. But you got to get out of that comfort zone. You got to get out of that whole trapping ratchet circle. You dig? And Atlanta is full of that, by the way. The lure is strong. You know, you see them hydrogel asses bouncing all over the place. You naturally gravitate towards that. But Atlanta has they have a whole different crop of people that you can get down with. Like at my lectures, man, I have fly sisters who come to my lectures, upscale fly with their minds right, who come to my lectures. The ratchets don't be at my lectures. So the dudes be macking and campaigning at my lectures. You dig? So it's all about the right people that you're around. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Thank you for the call, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Yes, indeed. But the march was good. I had a great time. And the march, it's a march, but not a march. The Million Man March was really a gathering of like-minded people. It's not a traditional march. The march is in the name. March is generally a traditional march, especially with black people, is basically black people walking around with signs begging the dominant society for something. Usually they're begging the dominant society to, hey, please give me something. Hey, please don't hurt me. Please, can you stop? Can you please arrest the people? You know, we're asking for something from the dominant society. Like with this one, with the Justice for Else, and a lot of people are like, well, what's the for else? Well, the minister broke that down, and I love what the minister did because he spoke in code a lot too. The minister spoke in a lot of code, which I like because, again, his words, they twist the minister's words so much. He understood the importance of speaking in code a lot. But he even said, hey, look, we know we're not going to get justice from the white supremacists. We know we're not going to get justice for them. We're just putting it out there. We got to be the or else. We got to do the or else. It's up to us to get away from our enemy, the white supremacists. It's up to us to become self-sufficient. That's the real or else. We got to get a plan where we are weaned off the white supremacists. He was breaking it down. See, there's a lot of Negroes I saw on social media talking about, well, he didn't tell us nothing. He didn't say nothing. We don't know what to do. It was a bunch of coon talk, all right? It was a bunch of coon talk. Bill Mithers, whatever your name is, you said he got history wrong. What history did he get wrong? You said you noticed there were and there probably was Africans there. And there was an African with me, my boy Mike, who was with me. Shout out to Mike. Mike, I hope you got home safe, by the way. My brother Mike is from Africa. He's African. He's Americanized now, but he's from Africa. His family's from Africa. So let's not say that. You don't know who was African and who was African American. But said he confused blacks and Native. I don't know what you're saying. I don't. What do you mean by that? Yeah, I want to hear some naysayers. I mean, what did you like and what did you not like? I have y'all call up. People, give me some of your thoughts on it, and I'll chime in on mine. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Steve Floyd from Houston. How you doing, man?
Hey, brother, how are you, sir? What's on your mind?
Hey, good. Hey, I gotta. First, I want to give you props. I've always been listening to you. You're a good brother. You're a good dude. You're doing a lot of good things,
Much
and
respect.
I appreciate that from you.
Respect.
And I know you're real tight on time. But listen, one thing that you've encouraged me is to start some things up that I got popping. Starting off a clothing line business.
Yes, sir.
I sent you a link to something I think that I know you do a lot of research. Something you ought to look into, man. Maybe we can discuss some things later on. You hit me back on Facebook about something that can really pop off for a lot of our people, especially convicts who just got out of prison jail. It's an opportunity for them to make some money that you want to look into. My Facebook back page is FJF, so look into it, man, and tell me what you got. And hopefully, maybe you can send me a size of what size shirt you wear, so I can see you send you a demo of my shirt. It's something new. It's different, man. I'll be honored to send it to you so you can wear it and take a look at it. Be a much appreciative, man. And God bless you, bro.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Thank you for the call, brother.
All right.
All right. So my man said he's gonna send some shirts, and all right, let's send the shirts. Now, I guess this is the link here. One of the green silk shirts that he has out, and this is a commercial for one of his shirts right here. Hold on.
Now this is how it started. My dreams are broken hearted, yet I want you, baby. We'll never be the same, 'cause you play those silly games, and yet I want you.
Yeah, that green ain't really my color, brother. Yeah, that green, that ain't my color. All right, let's see who else we got going on here. Let's see who we got on the phone. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, peace, brother. Truth Minister Paul Scott calling from Durham, North Carolina. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, brother. How are you? Were you at the march yesterday, brother?
No, sir. I was doing the work here, man. We got so many problems in my city, brother. I had to put in that street work here, trying to raise the consciousness.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. But I've always wanted to tell you, brother, you have made my work so much easier with that Hidden Colors DVD.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm going to give you a true story that happened 3 weeks ago. This brother I've been trying to reach probably about, I've been on that block passing out information for years.
Yeah.
Brother just kind of waves me off. He finally came up to me about 2 or 3 weeks ago and said, "Hey, brother, have you seen that Hidden Colors video?" So I don't know if you brothers understand the impact you're making across the country in the hood.
Yeah.
But you're making the people who are doing the real work in these communities, you're making our job a lot easier, brother.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate that, brother, man.
No problem, brother. But I did have a question.
Go ahead.
What do you think? And I know you're an expert scholar, brother. So what do you think that would truly take our people to unite collectively under Garvey's program of uniting everybody under red, black, and green, one God, one aim, one destiny? Because we tried to do it, brother, as you can maybe remember back in July when we had everybody change their Facebook status to red, black, and green.
Yes.
But what do you think using Garvey's model would make that an actual reality in word and deed?
What we have to do, brother, see, our thing is we want to get everybody on board at the same time, and we have to understand too many of our people have been brainwashed, man. For the last 400 years, we've been taught to worship the white supremacists, not just to follow them, but to worship them. So what we have to do, man, we have to start off on an individual level and get enough of us, even in small numbers, doing the work so that the ball will start rolling. The thing is, everybody's sitting around waiting on the next person to get down. You dig? Whereas in Garvey's time, people, we were in forced segregation. We were in rigid segregation. So we knew back then that the white supremacists wasn't bugging with us. We knew that. So when Garvey came along and said, okay, cool, we don't need them to rock with us. We got everything we need with our own resources. And that worked. And the white supremacists, unfortunately, they sabotaged that. But that's why we have to get our code of conduct and get our shit strong immediately so that when they come to sabotage, they will be less effective. So we need to just start building. On an individual basis, let's stop pointing the fingers at everybody else and say, okay, what am I going to do to build? Right now, you're educating. You're building already. That's building right there. Other people need to start building. While you're educating, somebody needs to start feeding. While somebody's feeding, somebody needs to start doing in-home care for people who need it. Then with this person over here, they need to do something for brothers and sisters coming out of the penal system and get a safety net for them. So we all need to do all our little stuff. Me, I'm doing the scholarly thing and the relationship thing, so that's my lane. So we all need to do our part in individual levels like that so that all of us can have a system to rely on each other with. You understand?
Indeed. I appreciate that, brother. And keep doing the work you're doing, brother. We appreciate you. And you ever get a chance, check out my articles on allhiphop.com sometimes.
No doubt, brother. No doubt. Shout out to the brothers at All Hip Hop too, brother. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Yes, indeed, man. We just got to get everybody has to do their part. That's why I see a lot of people online talking about what the march was useless. Well, what the fuck have you done? I'm like, okay, well, all these people doing all this keyboard analyzing. I mean, damn. Where's the link to your work? That's the thing I ask people. Show me the link to your work. Like Minister Farrakhan was supposed to sprinkle some magic dust on the audience and things are going to get better. It ain't happening like that, family. It ain't happening like that. See, black folks got this Messiah complex. You think that some type of Jesus figure is going to come down and make it better. No, Minister Farrakhan is laying some good game out. All you can have are good coaches giving some good game, which he gave some good game if you know how to catch it. But he had to be very careful of his words because, number one, the media, who didn't cover the event, by the way. So basically, the media had people sitting in the wings waiting to catch something negative so they can run with that, but they couldn't catch anything. The most they can do, the media, C-SPAN, which is on limited stations, by the way. C-SPAN is limited. I couldn't even get C-SPAN in my hotel room, by the way, when I was out there in D.C. But the mainstream media, they ignored the shit out of that. The mainstream media ignored that. C-SPAN covered it, but C-SPAN is limited. CNN, Fox, HLN, whatever, they did not cover that, man. I didn't see nothing on CNN. I was at my room before I left, and then when I got back, they act like it didn't happen. I'm assuming it was another 1 million people showed up because it was packed out there. They act like that shit didn't happen. Whereas, y'all notice, in Baltimore, if a store burned down, they'll cover that shit for 2 weeks. When that CVS pharmacy caught on fire, the media outlets literally set their cameras up in front of the CVS in Baltimore. If you go back and look at all the Baltimore footage, all of it was done right in front of that CVS. They tried to interview me in front of that CVS. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. They set the cameras up and they were interviewing people in front of the burnt up CVS. They sat up and they caught every inch of smoke that came from that damn CVS. They milked that CVS getting burned down. And we don't know who burned it down, by the way. Let's be very clear. We don't know who burned that shit down. Because many of the brothers and sisters out there in Baltimore were saying, hey, we ain't really doing this shit. They suspect the white supremacists are doing that to instigate shit. But 1 million black folks get together peacefully, nothing. But what they did do, there was one sister who got up there who said something about to the effect of down, down with America, something like that. But they took it out of context. And I know some media outlets ran with that. You dig? Some media outlets ran with that. So they'll sit around and wait for something negative to flip. Just like with Minister Farrakhan, he even touched on this when they were talking about the minister said he want 10,000 people to go kill white folks. The minister never said that. But he said, they must feel guilty if they think I'm talking about them. The white supremacists must feel real guilty to assume I'm talking about them. And that's a good point right there. And then they flipped that because he said that a few days before the march. Then they flipped that. They said, well, Farrakhan said that white people deserve to die, which he didn't say that either. So at the march, the minister had to be very careful of his words because he knew that they were going to try to take anything and flip it and run with it and then paint a picture. This is why they weren't covering anything. They didn't want to cover anything so that if he said something, they could take it and put it in their own context. That's why they weren't covering it like that. They wanted to be able to take whatever he said, flip that shit, and then put it into their own context. So I get what the minister was doing. You said, am I going to stop calling the ashy bastard crispy? No. No, and I'm assuming that it's you, Crispy Coon. I'm assuming that it's you, Crispy Coon. And I'm blocking you, Crispy Coon. Exactly. Oh, the media was there. They just weren't covering it. The media was there. They just weren't covering it. Oh, they were definitely there. But they weren't putting it on television. They weren't going to put shit on television until they had something that they could take out of context. They weren't going to film anything unless they could flip it and take it out of context. Let me see who we got on the phone here. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, I said there's a...
This motherfucker right here. What the hell was this nigga doing? Hold on. Calling from a Google phone. What was this nigga doing? Let me call him back real quick. He's calling from a Google phone, probably.
Reached the voicemail box of 81823345571.
Yes. All right. All right. Let's see who else we got on the phone here. All right. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what's up, Flex? Rico from New Orleans.
Hey, what's up, Rico from New Orleans? How you doing, fam?
I'm good, man. You know, I want to tell you, I don't know if you ever caught on to that. You know, they indicted that coon, the roommate. Remember that black dude who wouldn't stop talking with the red hair? Dylan Roof's roommate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they the black dude, they got him?
Oh, yeah, they indicted him. They said, based on what he was saying, it was no way he could not have known that Dylan Roof was going to previously go out and kill people. And say, so this one, like you said, with the code, he wouldn't shut his mouth up. And he actually talked himself into an indictment.
I thought it was, they said the roommate, but I thought it was one of the white ones. So I got to look into that to be sure. Because I can't co-sign on that yet. But I did hear that the feds were investigating one of the roommates, but I just assumed it was the white one. Because I think Dylan had a couple of roommates. Okay, I'll look into that to make sure. And my listeners, if y'all know about that, y'all find the truth about that and let me know. Thanks for the call, brother. Yeah. What's up, Dr. D Lady? A march in 20 years shouldn't happen. We need to use this time to build sustainable actions. Dr. D Lady, can you call up, please? Because a lot of people who are talking kind of negative about the march usually are people trolling. That's one thing I notice. A lot of them are people trolling. So I'm assuming that they're just Negro trolls just trying to get attention, or they're low-key white supremacists. But that's the thing. Nobody's making a real tangible, sensible argument against it. They're just like, well, we need to be doing something else. All right, what else then? What else then? The march was great. You dig? And if I want to hear somebody give a logical answer to that instead of just trolling. Yeah, it was a white dude that I heard got arrested too. Sure, I can call it. Okay, Dr. D Lady, call up, please. 818-850-5404. Joey Meek charging connection. Okay, let me look at that link. So it's Joey Meek's the black dude? Hold on. Yeah, he's the white dude. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's the white dude who got arrested. See, that's why you got to double check information. I knew it was the white dude. That's what I thought. See, black folks, let me say this to black folks. Black folks, get your information together. Black people got a very bad habit of running with false information. Black people get half the information and run with it because we just want to be seen. So we don't get all the facts and we just kind of run with information and we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. That's why you got to get all the information. You get all the facts first, as much as you can. Even if you get all as many of the facts as you think you have, it could still be a little inaccurate. That's why you have to cross-reference and double-check and check different sources. But my man, you were totally wrong who called up. Do your research. That's why with the Hidden Colors series, it takes a minute for the series to come out because we double-check everything. We double-check everything, man. We fact-check, man. For most of the information in the Hidden Color series, if you can pick out something, I can give you about 3 different books on everything you pick out. Oh yeah, that thing with the fake websites, that kills. When black folks don't check these websites to make sure that they're real or fake, we just get the headlines and run with that. But we got to really double check the information. Again, if you pick out something from Hidden Colors, I can reference about 3 books for everything you pick out. So again, as far as I want Dr. D Lady to call up. I want to hear what she has to say, or he, whatever the doctor's name is. What's up? Who's calling?
Hi, this is Kim from Indianapolis.
Hey, Kim, how are you? I'm good. How are you?
I just want to commend you on the job you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'd also like to say it's a real pitiful shame when you have callers calling up on your line playing. You can it's really clear and evident that they don't have a damn thing going for themselves, and you keep up the good work.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, sister.
All
yes,
right.
Indeed. Listen, that sister sounds like she got a good head on her shoulders. I don't trip on these goofy dudes. Look, I understand we're in a system of white supremacy. And the system of white supremacy, it creates black people to be children. It creates a childlike mentality, especially with black men, unfortunately. Unfortunately, with a lot of black men, they've been programmed to being children. So, I expect it in a system of white supremacy when too many brothers do bitch shit. I'm kind of used to that because I understand where it's coming from. That I don't trip on it. I just laugh these niggas off. They're a joke. You dig? Yeah, they're victims of white supremacy. That's all. What's up? Who's calling? Hello? All right, brother. What's going on, man? You gonna be quiet, not say nothing? This nigga put the phone down to change his condom. This nigga just had anal sex with another man. Hold on. I hear his footsteps. He got on some house shoes with heels on them.
Trust. Without it, there's no love.
All right. That's enough for him. All right. But again, I had a good time at the... I didn't put the Lex Steel music on him. But I had a good time, and I really enjoyed vibing with the brothers and sisters out there in D.C. What's up? Who's calling?
Hi, Tariq. This is Kim. How are you?
What's up? A lot of Kims we got tonight. What's going on, Kim?
Hey, so I'm a single mother. I have a teenage son. We actually drove from North Carolina to the march yesterday.
Cool.
I've given my son a couple of your books. I'm trying to raise him properly. But we live in North Carolina. There are not a lot of people who, I'm just using the word awake or conscious down here. Mm-hmm. So what I'm finding I'm having to do with my family is we're kind of isolated.
Yeah.
I try to get out and go to events and everything, but how do I help keep my son motivated so that, I don't look like his crazy conscious mother taking him to all these events and all these things, and he's not really seeing how to connect it when we come back to our own community.
Yeah, but he's soaking it up. You trust me. As long as you keep taking him there, he's soaking it up. And you've let him see Hidden Colors, right?
Right, he's seen 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, indeed. So he's soaking that up. He's definitely soaking it up. So what you have to do now, how old is he now?
He's 16.
16, perfect age. What you got to do now, start getting him into the ownership mentality. Find out what he would like to do. And I do this with my daughter too. She's about to be 16. Find out what he would like to do as far as a business right now. Start him right now.
Okay.
Help him start a business at this age. Say, look, what do you want to do? You want to sell sneakers on eBay? Me and you are going to figure out how to start a business right now with you at 16 so that you can get in an ownership mindset. Because the other groups, like Asian groups and Latino groups, they do this with their children very young. This is why you go to a Chinese shop, you see a 12-year-old Chinese kid working the cash register. They get them on point right away. We got this thing where we want to send our kid to college, and when they get 24, they find a good job, and then they own something possibly when they're 50. Get him to think about ownership right now. Figure out what he likes to do, what he's interested in. Does he want to sell iPhone cases? But say, look, I want you to make a decision to not have a summer job, but to have a summer business, and start getting that set up right now. And that's going to instill responsibility. That's going to instill self-esteem. And also he's going to get his little money, and that's going to get him on the right track. And that's going to get him focused as well, because a lot of times as parents, we don't give our children things to be focused on. It's all about just listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, but give them something to be focused on and something that will appeal to him. That's why you find out what he would like to do as far as a business right now. Got it? Try that and see how that works, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, still. That's why y'all need to come to my lecture in Toledo. I'm going to be dropping some real good game in Toledo, Ohio. That's November 14th. I'm going to be dropping some real good game. Bring your kids, the whole nine. Go to TariqLive.com and get tickets to join me in Toledo, Ohio. TariqLive.com, because I'm going to be dropping it heavy on what we need to do. I'm dropping that shit. That's TariqLive.com. You can get tickets to join me in Toledo, Ohio. If you're in Chicago, come to Toledo, Ohio. I met a lot of people from Chicago yesterday. All right? Come up to Toledo. If you're in Detroit and you missed my lecture in Detroit, come on down to Toledo. It's only an hour away. If you're in Cleveland, I definitely want to see you in Cleveland, Columbus, all y'all, come on down. Come on down to Toledo, November 14th. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Flex?
What's up, man? Who's this?
This is Bo calling from West Palm Beach, Florida.
There you go. What's on your mind, Mo?
Everything good, man. I got kind of a life question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, my wife, right? We finna have a baby any day now.
Oh, congratulations, man.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Never girls. I can't make never girls. Man.
Damn. And now, wait. Is this your wife, you and your wife's first child, or how many did y'all have together?
2.
Okay. So y'all got another girl.
Yeah. Another girl. Never girls. And, I got another girl, so I'm surrounded by girls. But listen, her doctor that she's been with for a long time, I could just say he's a Spanish guy, and he throws a little sarcasm, racism out there a little bit, and he's basically just begging her to get a C-section. I don't want her to get a C-section. I want her to do it vaginally.
Yeah.
And he's basically just going against the grain. He's really pushing for a C-section. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, and I'm just trying to think about how all these vaccines, I know they bad, and I'm you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to do this right.
Yeah, so dude. That's why, man, me and my wife, we got a midwife. Because the doctors, their thing, they're going to push that C-section. And the fact that he's pushing it now, because see, they get more money with a C-section because that's an operation. So they get more money. When they slice your wife, man, that's surgery. So they get a gang of money for that. So they push that. They want that. And you really should get a midwife. I know it's more money, and a lot of times the insurance won't cover the midwife. But this is what they do. They give the wife an epidural. They're going to give her that. That's going to speed up the baby's heart rate. That's what happened with my son TJ when he was born. That sped up his heart rate. Then the doctor came in. Oh, no, we got to do a C-section because the baby's breached. Blah, blah, blah. So they cut my wife the first time. So found out that's their whole scheme. That's their whole little game that they do. So try your best, man. Look around for some midwives out there in that area and get them to rock with you. and they'll coach you on what to do to have the baby naturally. The first child, did she have it naturally? Did she have a C-section with the first one?
She had a C-section, but yeah, she had a C-section.
VBAC, man, get that VBAC
Yeah.
going on, man. Yeah. Go see some midwives out there, brother. Trust me, it's worth it. Definitely go see some midwives out there.
Got me kind of nervous, man, because I can see the racism in this dude, man. And I've noticed these Spanish people, man, they be more racist than white people most of the time, man.
Dude, man, when my wife got her VBAC, when she had the baby, well, my son is Seer, the midwife had to cut her just a little bit, so she had to get stitched up, you know. But she had the baby vaginally, but we had to go to the doctor to get stitched up at the emergency room, and they had such a stank fucking attitude, man. Oh man, I wanted to get the fuck out of there. I didn't want to deal with the hospital at all, man. I went in there; they were real stank towards the midwives, to us. It's like they're almost antagonistic because you didn't use them. You dig? So go for that VBAC, man. Talk to some midwives out there, some sisters out there.
I got you, fam. Yeah. Hey, I like to say this too, man. Listen, they be talking about you, man. I hear certain little bullshit, but man, at the end of the day, I know I don't see none of them working how you work. You know what I mean? I see you in Europe spitting that real.
Oh yeah.
They don't even use the word white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah,
you spit that real, man. I just want to let you know that, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, brother.
Much respect, man. Thank you for the call. Yeah, I don't know who they are. I don't give a fuck who talks about me. Whoever they are. There's a lot of theys out there. Y'all know that's like water off a duck's ass. If somebody says, especially a motherfucker who ain't doing shit. Let me tell y'all something about people who talk shit about you. When you start giving a fuck, that means you falling off. When you actually give a fuck about what some do-nothing niggas, I don't even know who he's talking about, to be honest. That's how low below my radar they are. I have no idea who he's talking about. Dude. Nigga, eagles deal with worms when they hungry. All right? Understand that. Eagles deal with worms only when they're hungry. If I want a meal, then I might look at a worm. But I'm flying high. Gotta think like that. Raven Simone. Let me deal with that. Raven Simone. She's back to saying dumb shit. She's back to saying dumb shit. I think it got so bad her dad came out with an open letter, from what I understand, about Raven Simone. Raven Simone went on The View. And does Raven Simone, her significant other, we know she's a lesbian. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Is her significant other white? Is Raven Simone's significant other white? All right, Jeff. Jeff, nobody's biting, you're trolling. Look, I'm trying to think what Raven Simone's significant other is. Yeah, her daddy had to distance himself. What's her... I want to be clear. I don't want to spread a rumor. But I think her significant other may be white. If y'all can pull up a picture of her... Okay, somebody said her significant other is black. Okay. Hold on. One second. Hold on. Jeff, I got you out of here, Jeff. You okay? You doing too much. All right. I got Jeff out of here. Okay. I wasn't about to have him just troll in the room. She's black. Okay. But Raven, she when she got on Oprah, and she's like, I'm not an African American. I'm just an American. I don't look at myself as black. Even Oprah was like, oh, girl. Oprah tried to save her. Like, girl, are you sure you want to go there? Girl, don't do that, girl. Because Oprah knows. Tiger Woods did that same bullshit on Oprah's show. I'm not black. I'm Cameroon-Asian. Oprah's like, oh, okay. Then they started putting his black ass on magazines talking about he's banging all these old ratchet white women and start fucking his money up. They didn't treat him like a Cameroon-Asian. They treated him like a Negro. The Cameroon or the Asian didn't save you. They treated you like every other Negro. Tiger. But Oprah tried to tell her, I'm a new black. I'm that new black shit. Sicario, should I block him? Okay, I don't know what he's doing. I got to look at the chat room. But when she said that, we already knew what was happening. We already knew what was happening. So Raven, man, I look at, and Neely Fuller talks about this, and always go back to the code. I blame the white supremacists for Raven Simone talking that bullshit because they give her a forum. And I think they make her talk that stupid shit. And she gets rewarded with being on a show. She says some crazy shit about black folks, but she gets rewarded. I mean, black Twitter and whatever the fuck that is, and people in black society, they go in on her, but she still gets rewarded by the white supremacists. Talking that shit about, well, if you have a black ghetto name, I'm not going to hire you. And people are pointing out, hold on, your name is Raven Simone. That's low-key black ass. Who y'all want me to block? You really so? Who am I supposed to block? So with her, because I know TV is very much scripted. TV is very much scripted. Let's be very clear. Even the news. Even what you see on the news, man, is really propaganda. So they know what they're going to say and talk about once they get out there. So I think they have designated her as the bad guy to say all the little slick shit about black people. Yeah, she said some shit about Watermelonisha. That sounds like something that a white writer wrote. That sounds like something that a white writer backstage wrote and said, okay, get out there and say that. Because they have writers on these shows that you think are just people off the cuff. No, they got people writing that shit out. Even with so-called reality shows, they got people scripting those joints out. That Watermelonisha, that sounds like some shit that some white writer put together and told her to say. See, I'm not. I know Raven's on that bullshit, but I don't give the white supremacists a pass, because what happens is that they put it on the black person, make it seem like they're doing all the crazy talking, but there's somebody behind the scenes doing all the writing and orchestrating. Oh, look, you got these white supremacist writers out here in Hollywood. They write all types of crazy shit. They save their best stuff for the comedy roast. That's why when you look at those Comedy Central roasts, they have a whole slew of racist jokes about black folks. Oh, they go in. They save all their shit for those roasts. They practice for that. And speaking of racist practicing, Halloween is coming up. So just get ready. Y'all about to see some of the most racist costumes that we've been seeing racist costumes over the years. We're about to see a whole bevy of them now. You're about to see some of the most racist costumes. The white supremacists are going to go all the way in this Halloween. They're going to go all the way in this Halloween with the racist Halloween costumes. They're already starting. There was some white supremacists out here in UCLA. They had a party where you had the white students dress up like Kanye, and then somebody put on blackface. It was another chick, white girl, had on blackface acting like the baby, Kanye's baby. And what's interesting, I think one of them was acting like Kim Kardashian, and they had on blackface pretending to be Kim Kardashian. That was interesting right there. That was interesting right there. So they about to go in this Halloween. The white supremacists are real bold now. But in a system of white supremacy, that's what you have to expect. So I expect it. Oh yeah, the Compton cookout, all that. I remember that. But we live in a system of white supremacy, so you expect it. You expect white supremacy. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? This is Jay from Gardena, man.
Jay from Gardena, man. How you doing, fam?
Hey, I just had something to add about that whole little Raven Simone thing.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I kind of felt like, man, a chick with dreadlocks going by the name of Whoopi, she kind of should have been the one to check her on that right then and there.
Now, I didn't see the show, but I heard about it. Now, did Whoopi try to check her about it?
I didn't see, like, after that, but from what I seen, Whoopi kind of, like, made a face, but they all kind of seemed to be laughing and joking, and it was a white chick that actually said, one of the white chicks on there actually said, well, people don't pick their own name, but I didn't really hear nothing about Whoopi having nothing to say about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. But thanks for the call. Let me touch on that. And and that's why I say, man, some of that shit could be scripted. That's why I'm saying, because what happens is, this is the thing. You notice on these so-called talk shows, you have a black person say something real fucked up about black people, and then there's the white person there like, oh, you shouldn't say that. Oh, you dig? It's the white person there who's trying to say, well, that's not true. You dig? They do that a lot with Stephen A. Smith's ass. With Stephen A. Smith, they'll have him saying all the crazy shit about black folks, and then Skip is over there like, oh, well, it ain't really like that, Stephen. You dig? So they orchestrate that shit. It's all orchestrated and scripted. And even these news shows. I was looking at CNN when I was in in DC, and I think there was this white talk show or white newscast that had these two black females on there. I think these women were talking down on Obama. They were talking about black folks, and the white guy, the host of the show, was like, oh, what do you think about Obama? What do you think about Ben Carson? They're saying all this crazy stuff. Ooh, you shouldn't say that. So they act innocent, but they're orchestrating the whole thing. They orchestrate the whole thing. Y'all remember that show with Dr. Drew? Dr. Drew had his talk show. And I've been on Dr. Drew's show on HLN, by the way. And they cut my mic so fucking fast because they know I'm about to go there. So they cut me off fast. But Dr. Drew had his talk show. And they had some show about black men and black women not getting along. And it was so scripted. They got some YouTube coon. And it was clearly scripted because this nigga's acting was so bad. He was all fucking up his lines and the whole shebang. But that just goes to show how the white supremacists, they orchestrate the shit. They put black folks out there to make these crazy comments while they sit around and act innocent. Oh, you shouldn't say that, black person. So you say that black people with ghetto names shouldn't be hired? Oh, you shouldn't say that. Fuck out of here. You dig? Love Life was something else. It was something else. It was another show. It was a talk show that Dr. Drew had. I forgot the name of it though. All right, what's up? Who's calling? Whoops. Did I lose that person? I think I lost him. My bad. I lost him. Yeah, the dude grabbed the chick's ass, and the chick, her name is Dina something. She's been on a whole bunch of shit. So she's an actress. So they have her on a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah. That show I did. Y'all remember that show I did on that news show I did? I think Channel 5 out here in LA. Where the black female, they put the camera on her and they had the Gail. What's her name? No, was her name Gail? What was her name? I think her name was Gail. They had her talking crazy. I don't like his books. They had her talking crazy. They real slick with it. What's up, Game to Game? Shout out to, speaking of Game, the Game's album, the documentary. I love that shit. Game has a song on there with Ice Cube called Don't Trip. I love that joint. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Jimmy J. Smooth out of Houston, Texas, brother, man.
What's up, Jimmy J?
Man, nothing much, brother, man. I was talking to a guy, Twitter Shea Butter Troll, man, and he was like, why Louis Farrakhan did not have Neely Fuller on there. And I told the dude, I was like, Neely Fuller, from my understanding, only has 5 pictures on the internet.
Yeah.
So you know, why are you even talking about why Neely Fuller ain't up there? He's not really a public speaker like that. From my understanding,
Neely don't
he
do.
only have a.
Yeah, he don't even do public speakings no more. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are just bickering and nitpicking at Louis Farrakhan's speech. And I know I didn't hear the whole speech, but from what I heard of the speech was pretty thorough, man. You know, people just don't applicate what this brother is saying, man. So, you know, I charge that Twitter Shea Butter Troll to the game, man. But keep doing what you're doing, brother Tariq.
Much respect, fam. Yeah, y'all have to understand, man. The Shea Butter Twitter, those are people who are connected with Ebony. And these people are the designated Negro Shaming Committee trolls. That's what they do. The white supremacists have them trolling people. Yeah, Neely Fuller don't do interviews like that. He don't do media like that. But the march was great. The march was absolutely wonderful. And the thing is, it was... at least I'm seeing it looked like 1 million people out there to me. And look, I network with so many brothers and sisters out there. Dude, a lot of black folks who have a cool mentality, that massive mentality, they want somebody to come in and sprinkle some magic Negro dust and make things better. It don't work like that. You see an opportunity, you utilize every opportunity. At the march, there was 1 million like-minded brothers and sisters there. Excellent opportunity to network, and that's exactly what I did. I networked with a lot of good brothers and sisters. I met a brother from Chicago who's an educator out there. I'm going to be hooking up with that brother. I met a sister who is from Miami. She's got an African-centered school down in Miami. I met another brother who was a teacher out of South Carolina. I met brothers who were graphic artists giving me their card. I got, man... one of the brothers, and shout out to, I met so many brothers from the Nation of Islam who love my work. Shout out to them brothers. I vibed in politics with them. One of the brothers who did the editing for the Nation of Islam's videos that they were showing. The brothers from Atlanta. He's a fan of my work. I was chopping it up with that brother. Networking, man. So it was a great networking opportunity to be around like-minded people. You dig? So it was very constructive. Which is what it was supposed to be. You got to utilize situations and get things out of the situation that you're supposed to get out of it, and stop thinking that you're going to get some magic beans out of something. Because the work comes with you. You got to still go the next day. The work starts the next day. You got to get out there and do the work. You want to get around doing the work. That's why when you see people sitting around, Farrakhan, what we going to do now? Farrakhan didn't tell us what to do. Farrakhan gave some great game. And Farrakhan spoke in code, and he had to temper his words because, again, his words, he didn't want his words to be twisted. And he did something that I thought was very genius. He said, look, we're having another meeting, off-camera, private meeting tomorrow, and they gave out, there was a meeting today, another meeting in D.C. today that they had earlier. I left. I wish I had known about it because I would have stayed another day. But there was another meeting that they had. He said, look, I need the educators. I need the business people in black society. We're having a meeting tomorrow. Everybody, when I say I need the 10,000 soldiers, we're having another meeting tomorrow off camera, privately, where we can screen people coming in and out. That's basically what they were doing. And then they were chopping it up. And then from what I understand, because I don't know what happened at that meeting, I've seen a couple of pictures and things like that. But they gave out, there was a specific national action plan that they gave out. So he did it the right way. Because again, sitting up, waiting on him to say, okay, we need to do this. What's going to happen is that first the coons are going to try to sabotage everything that he says. And then if he says anything remotely negative about the dominant society, they're going to take that and loop that and flip it and then try to scare black folks away from supporting it. This is why so many coons are talking down on the march because white daddy and white mommy didn't co-sign it. White mommy and white daddy didn't co-sign it. So Coon Baby, the Coon Babies, they're talking down on it. Shout out to there was some brothers out there with the Melanoid Nation flag. Shout out to the Melanoid Nation brothers I met out there too. The Melanoid Nation family was heavy. Much love to y'all brothers. But yeah, we got to be very real. We got too many coons that'll sabotage what's going on. You got the coons are sitting around waiting. All right, what's the or else? What we gonna do? What's the or else? Because they want to take the information and not build. They're like, okay, good. Now this is what we're gonna do. White Daddy, we'll help you sabotage that. So he had to be very skillful and technical with the way he did things and strategic about the way he did things. Yes, indeed. Let's see who we got here. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, this is Dr. D. How are you?
Hey, Dr.
Calling
D.
from Indiana.
How you doing, love? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I wanted to comment. I know that I made the comment earlier regarding the march, and I just wanted to kind of clarify that piece and get your perspective as well. I think my major question is a lot of people, like you said, were kind of waiting on Minister Farrakhan to give them the next steps and to talk about what do we do next. But I think that, you know, from the march in and of itself, a lot of people are too complacent and say, well, as long as we got together, as opposed to really taking it to create some sustainable action.
Right.
And I think that's my concern. Like, we never get to the next part. You know, we stop short of like taking the next step. And I was just wondering kind of what your perspective was on that piece.
But the thing is, the minister did give it. He said it in so many words. He was saying it. See, a lot of us, we want him to just kind of repeat the same thing over and over. He's been saying the same thing for years, actually. The same thing that Elijah Muhammad was saying that we have to do for self. The minister was saying, hey, we got to come out of America, come up off, depending on the white supremacists. That's what he was saying. He means that. And that's true. We got to stop being dependent on the white supremacists. We got to do for self. We got to start connecting with our indigenous brothers, African brothers, things of that nature. We got to stop letting them whore us out by using our money and not giving us anything in return, which is what we need to do. But see, the thing is, we don't want to do that. A lot of us don't want to do that. So the thing is, it's not like he didn't tell you what to do. The minister's been telling people what to do over and over again. The thing is, a lot of black folks, truth be told, don't want to stop being under white mommy and white daddy. That's the reality. They just don't want to do it. So what they want is Minister Farrakhan to tell them to do something else. Oh, I don't want to be empowerment. Stop spending my money with white mommy and daddy. Can you give me something else? Because I'm not really feeling that. If you can't give me anything else, then I don't like this lecture. He's just telling people shit that they don't want to hear. You're going to have to give up on white mommy and white daddy. That's the reality. That's why he said clearly, hey, they ain't going to give us justice. We just said, hey, give us justice, but we know you ain't going to give it, so we just going to work with the or else over here on our own. He said that very clearly, and again, he was speaking in code a lot, but those who got it, got it. You got to get up out of white mommy and white daddy. We got to start being self-sufficient. That's the crust of it. So let's do it. Let's stop talking about what he said. We did. He didn't tell us what to do. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's been telling us what to do for years. Claude Anderson's been telling us what to do for years. Elijah Muhammad has been telling us what to do for years. The minister was breaking down numbers. Hey, with all the money we spend here, we can get millions of acres of land. He talked about that, getting acres of land to grow things. He broke it down. He was breaking it down in real terms, but we want the magic beans. We want to hear one or two lines and bam, and think that everything is going to be better and we don't have to do anything. We're going to have to get out here and put in the work. It starts with us. It starts with the individual. You feel me?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what you do? What are you out there doing? Where you live again, sister?
So I'm from Louisiana. I currently live in Indiana, Indianapolis area. So I'm a doctor. I have a a PhD in business. So my philosophy right now, I work in corporate America.
Yes.
You know, unfortunately, like a lot of us, right?
Yes.
You know, getting through the turn of corporate America. But I'm trying to work on creating another Black-owned bank, like
yes.
here within the Indiana area. I think that our economic prosperity is my bigger concern. And I think that's what when I'm talking to other Black people about how we move the community forward, I don't hear a lot of conversation about the financial pieces.
Yeah.
Like we talk a lot about let's pray about it and let's talk it out and all that good stuff. We never talk about the money. And I try to explain to people like without money, you don't have any power. You don't have a voice in America without money. Yeah. And so, like, how do we collectively build our wealth as a community to be able to do something else? And I think that's what I kind of wanted from my entire visit there to DC. And I think I got pieces of it, like you said. I think the minister did give a lot of that good game, but I think that a lot of the action that came after that, people were waiting or were hungry for more. And I think that's the part that I think we're going to have to do a better job as a community on.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why we need to go to people like Claude Anderson. And again, go get the Hidden Colors series. Have you seen my Hidden Colors movies?
I have all three of them.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And in all three Hidden Colors movies, we give solutions at the end of each movie on what people need to do. So it's not like people don't know what to do and that they don't have the information. We give very specific information on what to do to empower ourselves. But the thing is, psychologically, we are so ingrained to be up under white mommy, white daddy that we don't want to shake that for the most part. And we're going to have to shake that because we don't, for the most part, have too much confidence in our own actions and abilities. That's a reality that we have to face, and that's something that we're going to have to start depending on our own abilities. All right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Tariq.
Thank you,
have a
dear.
good night.
Mm-hmm. That was Dr. Lady. Man, shit. Claude Anderson has been breaking... that's why I don't buy that. Well, ain't nobody... We don't know what to do. The fuck we don't know what to do. Claude Anderson's been telling us what to do for 40 years. I had him in Hidden Colors too. He was breaking it down. Claude's got like 3-4 books breaking it down. We know Elijah Muhammad showed you what to do. Hey, we need to do for self. Man, Elijah Muhammad had all types of businesses. Fish farms, restaurants, cleaners, the whole shebang. You dig? Okay, I don't know who's talking greasy. Hey, look, it is what it is. We got a lot of folks in here, so I can't monitor every single person in here. So it is what it is. All right, we heavy in here. We got a lot of folks in here. And you know what's funny? I went to me and my people were at the march on the White House grounds, and we left for a second because I wanted to go to some of the food trucks that was outside the march. And outside the march, you had a lot of people selling stuff. There was a lot of food trucks. People were selling clothes and stuff like that. So I'm walking down the street, and this is outside of the White House grounds, outside of the march area, by the way. I'm walking. Why did somebody say to me, "Hey, brother, you want to buy some Hidden Colors DVDs?" He didn't recognize it was me at first. Do y'all know this shit almost went down? This shit almost went down. And it almost went down. This brother tried to sell me my own movie. When I turned around, he saw it was me. He's, oh shit. Nigga. Y'all don't understand how it was this close to going down. The dude was bootlegging my movie outside the Million Man March, dude. It was some old dude from Philly. It was an old dude, an old dusty nigga from Philly. And it got to the point where me and some cats from my squad was about to put hands on dude. The only reason dude didn't get, because the dude, he was an older dude, so he was one of them prideful dudes. The dude didn't want to give up the damn DVDs. So he was Dude. The only reason it didn't go down, the only reason, because it was I told the dude, man, the only reason I ain't in your ass right now is because of Farrakhan. I had to tell him. Look, I videotaped some of it. I put it up on like Instagram later. Y'all follow me on Instagram. I videotaped some of it. I said, dude, why you bootlegging my joints? Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't know it was you, man. I ain't know it was you. I ain't know it was you, man. I said, dude. And I'm in his face talking to him. I said, dude, you can't be out here selling my shit, dude. And I'm videotaping. Now I'm like, I'm videotaping him now. So now he's like embarrassed. That, man, why you filming me, man? How come you couldn't just pull me aside? I said, dude, I'm pulling you aside now. Don't be out here bootlegging my joints. And I pushed up on the dude. I'm trying to take the shits from him. So he started running off. And he started yelling. You know how chicks get when they want to get some attention? Hey, get your hand off me. Don't touch me. He started yelling like a chick. You ain't going to put your hand on me. Like a domestic abused wife or some shit. I said, okay, because I'm not trying to, this is the Million Man March. I'm not trying to be on some negative shit, but this nigga, you ain't going to be selling my shit. I'm being maintained. Now my squad, they start to see this. Now they coming, it's about to go down. So I'm like, look, dude, you better put them shits up. I'll put them up. Ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me though. He's one of these old prideful niggas. Ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me. I said, dude, you ain't selling them fucking DVDs out here. He's running around yelling, ain't nobody gonna, don't touch me. He's yelling so that the cops or somebody can hear him. Somebody get bold and start yelling loud. Get your hand on me! He all running around and shit. So I'm like, dude, brother, you are so lucky. This is the Million Man. I don't want to be the dude who whoops somebody's ass at the Million Man March. That'll look bad on me. And now because everybody knows who I am now. They see this nigga yelling. So now motherfuckers, I'm mad at this nigga. People running up on me trying to take selfies of me. I'm like going in on this nigga. People like, hey Tariq. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, so I'm like, okay, I gotta chill now because everybody's filming me now because they recognize me. So I can't beat up an old fucking dusty dude. Man, we're about to get into this dude. Dude, man. The only thing that saved dude was the Million Man March. If it wasn't the Million Man March, if this was just regular, everyday, dusty nigga, I would have drug his old ass for bootlegging my movie and telling me, ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me. Nigga, you ain't gonna take nothing from me. You're taking my movie and bootlegging it. I'm gonna put it up. But ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me. What's up, sweetheart? I'm gonna post that up on Instagram later. Y'all follow me on Instagram. Follow me right now so y'all can see it. Exclusive. I'll post it up on Instagram after this show. Exclusive. My Instagram is at Tariq Elite. At Tariq Elite. That's my Instagram. Tariq. Is the sister asleep there? That's my Instagram. At Tariq Elite. But the nigga tried to sell me my own movie. I'm going to post that up. I can't be the dude to beat up an old man, old dusty nigga. Man. But that was the only person I saw was bootlegging it, though. That's the good thing. Because there's a million people out there. So people had enough respect to not be bootlegging my shit, but that nigga was. So, you know, I wasn't going to be the dude to put hands on somebody at the Million Man March. You dig? What are you cooking, man?
I just fried them some more shells.
You fried them up? Why?
I ate a couple more tacos.
Oh, okay.
And then it got too hot, so the thing started beeping.
Oh, damn.
It got too smoggy.
Why'd you let it get smoggy? Gonna burn in them house up with the babies. What's up? Who's calling?
Tariq, what's going on, fam? It's Alante from Inglewood.
What's up, Alante? How you doing, fam?
I'm chilling, man. Two things real quick.
Yes, sir.
What the minister was saying made a whole bunch of sense.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why our people can't comprehend that. Pretty much like he was giving real good game.
He was.
But like I was listening to Ebro at Hot 97, he was saying a lot of our people are just lazy, man.
Yeah.
A lot of our people are just lazy. They want it step by step.
Yeah.
And the second thing that I liked a lot was how he cleared up the thing with Malcolm X, because for a long time that was my problem with the minister. But once I seen Hidden Colors.
Oh yeah.
2013, and ever since then, like I started listening to him with an open mind, and everything became clear. You know what I'm saying? But I love that he cleared that up with Malcolm X.
Yes, indeed. And he was, you know, when he talked about the police informant who gave Malcolm X mouth to mouth when he got shot, he didn't mention his name, but we talked about that dude in Hidden Colors 3. It was the dude named Eugene.
Exactly.
Yeah, Eugene Roberts. So yeah, I was right on what the minister was saying. And even in Malcolm's book, he said, and because I had this debate on Jesse Lee Peterson's show. If y'all remember, y'all go back and listen to that debate I had with Jesse Lee Peterson.
The King versus the Coon.
Yeah, the King versus the Coon. Jesse Lee Peterson was like, well, the Nation of Islam had killed Malcolm X. I said, no, Malcolm knew that he was being surveyed and followed by people in the dominant society. He knew that it was the white supremacists that were after him. So they most likely were the people who orchestrated his murder. So
exactly. And it just came out. As more time passed by, we figured out that the government was involved with MLK shooting. We learned recently that the CIA knew about JFK's assassinator before he even assassinated Kennedy.
Absolutely.
So now we want those papers released by Malcolm X. Because they got it, they know what happened to him, and they still don't want to release that.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Thank you for the call, man. Oh yeah. So Leah, when that whole thing about Farrakhan being involved in the death of man, I knew that's a crock of shit, dude. That's what they do. That's what they do, man. They do something and then they'll pin it on a black person. You dig? The white supremacists will orchestrate something and they'll get a black person to be the fall guy. They always do that. Just like with Conrad Murray, the dude who supposedly had killed Michael Jackson. Now, I think, just like the family thinks, that there were some other people behind that. They've been trying to get at Michael for a long time, because right now, there's some kind of big case that they got now trying to get Michael's estate. Right now, as we speak, they're trying to get these record labels right now trying to get total control over the Michael Jackson estate right now. And that estate is worth billions of dollars. That Michael Jackson estate is worth billions of dollars of just money every year nonstop. That's just money on top of money. And they're fighting to get total control over that right now. So I don't believe that just some little lowly doctor mistakenly killed Michael Jackson when Michael has been saying for years that motherfuckers are trying to off me. You dig? And all these black people with all of these mega millions keep dying mysteriously. You notice that? All these black people with mega millions, either something happens to them or something happens to their kids or both. Just like with Bill Cosby. He had an heir to his money, which was his son, his only son. Son got killed mysteriously. Now they're running Bill Cosby through the mud. You dig? Whitney Houston, who had mega millions. She died. Her daughter mysteriously dies.
Morgan Freeman's daughter died too.
Yeah. So that shit ain't no damn coincidence. All these black people with all this wealth and their kids mysteriously die and then they end up getting murked on some crazy shit. And then you find out that somebody done manipulated some money from them. Just like with Stevie Wonder. I talked about that some weeks ago with Stevie Wonder. He had a lawyer who put some clause in the contract that Stevie didn't know about because Stevie is blind. This motherfucker done snuck in a clause where the lawyer's family gets money even after the lawyer dies. I'm like, what? Stevie was like, who? What the fuck? Stevie, he found out that some of his royalty money was going to his dead lawyer's wife. Stevie was like, who? I didn't sign no shit like that. Y'all motherfuckers do know I am blind, right? This motherfucker done slipped some shit in. That's Stevie's defense, and I ain't mad at him. Y'all don't understand these white supremacists, man. Y'all really don't. Man, you better look that up with Stevie Wonder. We talked about that a few weeks ago. Oh yeah, that Michael Jackson catalog is long money. Let's see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah. Well, what's up, Tariq? This is BJ from Palmdale.
Hey, what's up, man? What you doing out there in Palmdale, man?
Man, this is where I live, man. I've been living here since I was a kid, man.
I know you bored as fuck, man. Ain't shit in Palmdale, man. I had a house in Lancaster. God damn, that shit was boring.
Yeah, you are right about that, man. But I got a quick little question about the game I want to ask you, man. There's this chick that I was real close friends with in high school, man. And, she, I guess, within the last, year or two, she, really came into her, consciousness. So,
okay.
And I always liked her in school and stuff. But, so I invited her to, my mom's house. And we chopped up a lot of good game and stuff. We were talking about the black community and all this type of stuff. She wear her hair natural and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then again, we talked, at Starbucks, talking about, the community and stuff. And, recently, man, I found this same shit, riding around town, with a white dude, a broke white dude in the passenger seat. I'm like, what's up with that,
Because now, either one, that might be somebody who she goes to community college with, because you got a lot of community college chicks out there in Palmdale. Or two, she's a Negro bed wench. Got it? Because you out there in Palmdale. You still here, brother?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Right. Now, how old is this chick, by the way? 21, 22? How old is she?
Yeah, we're both in our early 20s.
How many kids she got?
Kids?
Yeah.
She don't have any kids.
Okay, because that's rare with a lot of those Palmdale females. Because you gotta understand this, because Palmdale and Lancaster, they sent all the Section 8 black people out there. It's Palmdale and Lancaster is full of Section 8 homes. So they sent a lot of people from Compton, Watts, South Central out there to Palmdale. And also they sent a lot of them to Riverside and places like that. But that's a rest haven for Section 8 county chicks out there in Palmdale, Lancaster. So they have that mentality that they instill on those kids out there. And those females have that Section 8 mentality where they just need to get knocked up somewhere or find a white daddy, or they'll become a county chick or a bed wench. And sounds like she's taking that bed wench option. And they don't give a damn if the white dude is dusty or not. It's all about him being white. White is right. The same females that are talk shit about brothers with a bunch of kids will gladly get with a broke white dude with a bunch of kids. Y'all remember that Kim Klasick chick I had on my show? She trolls me on Twitter all the time. Me and her were going back and forth on Twitter earlier. But this black female who's married to a white dude, and the white dude has a bunch of kids by other black women. So this dude is a professional fucking baby daddy, but he's white, and white is right. You dig? So you might have a bed wench on your hands, brother. So don't be fooled by the natural hair and the herbal tea. Because I did a show. Go back and listen to the show I did on the Mac Lessons radio show talking about conscious females versus black feminists, because a lot of them will look the same, but usually the black so-called fake feminists, they will have that same herbal tea look, but they do that just because the white dudes want their women to look natural and more herbal tea-ish, because the white dudes ain't too big on those weaves. They love kitchens all up on the neck. The nappier, the better. It's like they are having sex with their slave. They want them to look like they're right off a fucking plantation. And I'm not saying that all natural chicks look like they're on a plantation, because you can be natural and have your shit real grown. But those white dudes with those nigress fetishes, they love a crispy kitchen all up in here. They like that. They don't like the nails done, nothing. They like them ashy. They like them looking like Lupita off 12 Years a Slave. That's how they want their women. Those sisters, when they go black, they want slave black. No weave, no makeup, nothing. They want an mchuke. You got it? So make sure that this chick is not a bedwench. Start looking at her Facebook page and see if she's buying Robin Thicke and Justin Timberlake albums and shit. See what's up. And see if she's... Go ahead.
Yeah, that's another thing, man. Like I since stopped talking to her, and like I said, I did like go to high school with her. I was like real, actually, good friends with her in high school, and I guess but I mean, all on her Facebook page, there were pictures of her like hugged up with a couple of white dudes, stuff like that.
Nigga, I smell butter biscuits, dude. You got you a bedwench right there, dude. So you wasting your time. That's a bit. Find you somebody who's real down. Stop wasting time with them bedwenches, dude. That's a bedwench in the making. She's trying to come up, man. So just find you somebody else who's thorough, bro. Thank you for the call, bro.
Yeah,
all right,
man.
All right, let's not keep going, man. You dig? Man. Yeah, they like them. They love an Mchuke looking chick. Oh, I fucking love your hair, Mchuke. They love that, dude. I saw so many Mchukes when I went to France. I know when I went to Saint-Tropez for the first time. My God, that's all you saw. These white dudes with these women fresh off the boat from fucking Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, just fresh off the boat. They love that. Oh, I love you, Mchuke. Oh, I love your dry edges, Mchuke. Put that cocoa butter down, Mchuke. They like them dry and ashy. And I realize that's where, when you see a lot of sisters who go to Europe a lot, they're getting their bedwench game on. Because I had a female associate I knew, a sister. She was like kind of a homely looking. Because that's the white supremacist dudes. They like when they get with sisters, they like them homely. See, there's this big myth that they like glamorous sisters. No, they like them homely. They like them the homelier the better. They like them homely. And this sister, she kept going to Europe all the time. She was a real homely looking chick, but she stayed her ass in Europe. And she had paper. Them white dudes was breaking her ass off. And I'm going over to Saint-Tropez. She said, oh yeah, you need to go to this club and this restaurant and this. She knew all the spots. And I said, oh, okay. When I went over there, I saw all them bedwenches. I said, oh, okay, no wonder you know. Oh yeah, I remember you, dude. Mr. ELW. I blocked you on Twitter. What'd you do? Why did I block you? I remember that handlebar mustache. I remember that. There's another dude I met. He had on a Pharrell, one of them big ass Pharrell hats. I had to take a picture with him. I got to post that up. But I remember your mustache. Why did I block you? What's up, Ola? Shout out to my man Ola's in the house. And speaking of Africa, I'm going to South Africa. We're going at the end of November. All my South African brothers and sisters, y'all need to hit me up at info@tariqelite.com. That's my email. Let me know what's going on out there so we can hook up and chop up game. But I'll be in Cape Town. I'm going to Cape Town, South Africa. The Ace, can I unblock you on Twitter? Why did I block you? Because I don't block people for no reason. You have no idea. No, Mr. ELW. I block you for a reason. What did you say? What was your last message to me, nigga? You know what you said. Because I don't remember you on Twitter or Instagram. You never commented on my Instagram. No, there's no way you. I wouldn't have blocked you then. If you never commented, I wouldn't know who you are. So if you never commented, how could I block you? The Ace. I don't know why I blocked you, the Ace. You going to Nigeria in December? That's what's up. You brought up Crispy. Okay, well you deserve to get blocked. You don't bring that ashy bastard up. You probably tried to talk about him in a serious context, and I probably immediately block you. You tried to post a picture of us on. Hold on, let me see, Mr. ELW. What's your name on Instagram, bruh? And I want to know why I block you, because you must have done something that made me block you. Oh yeah, The Walking Dead comes on tonight too. I gotta watch that.
Comes on at 9.
Comes on tonight. Are you taping it? Okay.
Because I'm watching the Alien basketball.
You know, there's another show that my wife put me on. Real good show. Quantico. That's the name of it. Quantico.
Yes, she's good when she knows.
Quantico is a good show. That's a good show. Ace be trolling. You were just kidding. I don't know. Anybody who makes a serious reference to Crispy, I just block them. I just don't take you seriously. Anybody who would co-sign that nigga in any way, I just don't take him seriously. Mr. ELW, I'm gonna look you up right now. Hold on. Mr. ELW. Okay, I don't know why I block you, dude. Hold on. Unblock user. Okay. All right, I'm unblocking you, man. I'm unblocking you now. I don't know. I block you for a reason, dude. I'm unblocking you now. I don't know why I block you. But you must have did or said something you weren't supposed to say, bro. So I just unblock you. You must have said something regarding Crispy. Yeah, Quantico is good. That's a deep show, man. Quantico is deep. Narco is good too. My man Ola put me up on Narco. Yeah, I got to get back into that on Netflix. That's Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar was not playing. You wasn't feeling Quantico? Quantico was good. I like that show. But yeah, Pablo Escobar was not bullshitting. Pablo, they were like, hey, Pablo, we're going to take you to court. We got all your files locked in the courtroom. Pablo said, nigga, what court? The court over there. No court, because I didn't have that motherfucker burned down. That nigga had the court burned down. Pablo Escobar had the whole court blown up and burned down. Like, you ain't about to indict shit. He's like, the judge is going to prosecute you. What judge? Oh, the judge who just got shot leaving his house? No, he ain't going to prosecute me. Pablo wasn't fucking around, man. No, I'm just saying, this is just if you know the story of Pablo Escobar. These are several books about Pablo Escobar. I've been knowing this even before the show. But some of the stuff, I'm like, damn, he was doing that too? Pablo was for real about that life. There's a good book about him called, he was a billionaire. Pablo, shit. Pablo will have you murked at the drop of a dime. Go read the book. It's a great book called Killing Pablo. Pablo, people were scared to prosecute him. I don't know who you're talking about, Vital. I don't know who Stitch is. I don't know who you're talking about, man. Yeah, Pablo went all the way in. Yeah, Pablo said, "Look, if I go to prison, I got to build my own prison." That nigga built a prison with a club in it, with a nightclub in his prison. El Chapo, yeah, he's out here somewhere. Yeah, Pablo was that dude, man. Pablo was that dude. But yeah, I learned on the show that nigga had the whole court burned down. I'm like, God damn. A rapper named Stitches got beef with Game. Okay, a white rapper named Stitches. Okay. Hidden Colors 4, we're looking at possibly February. That's what we're looking at. We're going for February. I got asked that about 100 times yesterday. I got asked that constantly yesterday. But that's good. People are anticipating it. So Hidden Colors 4, it's going to be thorough. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Who's this?
This is Dayson from Washington.
Hey,
I'm from the East Coast, though. But anyway,
you're from Washington State or Washington, D.C.?
Washington State.
Okay. Like what part of Washington State? Seattle?
Yes, Seattle.
Okay. You a white guy, black guy, Filipino? What are you?
I'm a black guy.
Okay. Nigga, you sound
a black
like...
kid, actually.
You're a black kid?
Yeah.
How old are you?
17.
Okay, there you go. You're a youngster. There you go. Is that your mom in the background talking?
Yes.
What your mama talking about?
Nah.
Let me just say hi. Hey, Tariq, how you doing?
Hey, love, how are you?
I talked to you back in November when I was telling you that my friend's teacher was being racist against him when she said, "Why are you acting so sophisticated?"
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that was back in November. We were living in New York.
Wow. These teachers are a piece of work.
So, I wound up homeschooling him and my daughter. So, yeah, but he wanted to ask you some questions because he is a writer.
Okay.
So, he wanted to ask you some questions.
Okay.
And I wanted to know, before I hand him back over the phone, do you mentor young boys?
I do. I definitely do.
Okay, because I would love to send him... I would love to send him to California.
Yes, indeed. Now he can't come to my house because I don't know. Y'all might be a thief operation. He might come in here and steal something. No. I'm joking. No, you know what I want to do, but I'm just joking because I do want to have something where I bring in kids and have brothers come in and chop up game with them and stuff like that. So I am setting up something like that now here. I want to set up something in Africa too, but I am setting something up like that here in Los Angeles, and I want to set it up in Atlanta too. So yeah, I definitely would like to do that, to have young men come down and chop it up. Now the people in the room, before you get the phone to your son. Now, how old are you?
Oh God, here we go again.
Yes.
I'm 36.
Yeah, you sound relatively young. How old is your daughter?
Yes. My daughter is 7.
So okay, cool. So
yeah.
Okay.
And he just turned 17. He's working and everything. He's on the right track as he always has been.
Yes, indeed.
So here he goes. Oh, I wanted to ask you, Sister Soldier. Will you ever have Sister Soldier on any of your projects?
I probably will, because I was thinking about that. Because Sister Soldier, let's be very clear, this ain't Sister Soul Love. People, because sometimes people get those names mixed up.
No.
Sister
Soul
Love is
old school Sister
right.
Soldier.
I love Sister Soldier. She was the truth. But
the coldest winter. I'm talking about her.
Yeah. But we haven't seen her in too much stuff lately, so that's why I don't know how active she is in the media. But I would love to get her in one of the Hidden Colors series because I do remember she was a very thorough sister. But she's real laid back now. So, but that's a possibility. So, but let me holler at the young man.
Okay, hold on.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up?
So, what kind of questions did you have about writing?
I wanted to know because I ever since what's been going on with like Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, and stuff like that, it like really affected me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do like some positive writing.
Yeah.
And so my mom told me that you do books and stuff, and that you got a writing program or writing like group called Melanoid Nation.
Yes.
And I just wanted to know if I could like join, or like is there like a age requirement, something like that?
No, not at all. Not at all. And as far as that, getting down on Melanoid Nation, you can email me. My email is info@tariqelite.com. That's info@tariqelite.com. And and as far as what you're trying to do out there, and it's good that you're becoming conscious and aware of what's going on at a young age. Because what happens is a lot of young men and young sisters like yourself, when we see what's happening in our system and young black kids are being targeted by people who practice and choose to practice white supremacy, that confuses a lot of people. Because a lot of times we will have white friends at school and our white friends are cool, like you. That's when you at school, you got white friends, right, at school, right?
Oh, no, I'm homeschooled, so it's really...
Oh,
not,
that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, because of the situation that went down at the school in New York, right?
I do. Yeah, I do have white coworkers, and nothing like flies through me. Like I catch everything.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So as a kid, as a young man, especially a young melanoid man, you got to understand that we live in a system called white supremacy, and in that system, just being black is seen as a negative by those in the dominant society. It is not a negative, but it's seen as a negative by those who practice injustice called white supremacy. So what you have to always keep in mind, you got to always think about how are you going to empower yourself so that you can minimize conflict of white supremacy. That's why you got to have your economic game in order, because it won't completely alleviate it, because more of us have to be economically empowered, but it will minimize conflict, meaning the more self-sufficient resources you have, the more you will be able to combat white supremacy. When I was your age, nobody broke it down to me, and I was up in Seattle when I was around your age, in the streets hustling heavy. The police, I got ran out of Seattle. The cops told me to never come back to Seattle before I was getting into so much stuff. But I changed later. Yeah, I got myself together later, and I understood that, okay, if I had resources, I could get lawyers. If I had the right resources, I could get out of situations where I would have to get in the street life. If I had resources, I could get prosecutors and all these people in my back pocket and all this stuff. So you always got to be in the empowerment mindset of getting your money together and not depending on those in the dominant society. And you got a job now, that's cool. But understand, when you get older, you want to think about what you're going to own, what are you going to control. So yeah. So
I do have that mindset. I be coming up with ideas. Like I said, I'm a writer, so I write my own stories and stuff.
Now let me ask you this. Now you work right now. So let's say right now at 17, you want to do something on the side. Just another little. You got a job now, but you want to get another part-time job or a part-time career on the side right now. If you were to start something right now, what would you do to make you a little extra money? Not a lot, just something that you like doing that can make money. What would you like to do as a little side thing?
Write and grant to people.
I'm not even sure.
That's what you need to be thinking about. That's what you need to be thinking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what you need to be figuring out right now. Think right now at 17 while you're working, and you don't have to quit your job right now. Keep working. You're bringing in income. But let's say the days you're not working or when you get off, what can you do a couple of hours for yourself where you can bring in some extra little income? Maybe $20 a day extra, maybe $50 a day extra. But what could you do right now to start bringing in more paper for yourself? And I just want you to think about that right now. And it could be something that you like, a hobby. What are some of the hobbies that you like? You say writing. What other things you like doing?
I could like start my own like newspaper, I guess. Start selling like articles to people on the street. Well, melanated people on the street.
Right. And you write. Now, what kind of stuff do you write, by the way?
Well, I write poems. I write fiction stuff. If need be, I will do some like nonfiction things. Okay.
And what you can do, you could write things for other people right now. You understand that? Until you get your footing as a writer. So you can make a couple of... Go ahead.
Mom, I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead. Tell Mom.
I was telling my son that like with grant writing and things like that, he can make a lot of money doing that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Because he really knows how to articulate himself. So I think that would be really good for him. Him only being 17. So
yeah, absolutely.
I thought in helping people with resumes and things like that, because I've always told him that you're not really meant to work for somebody else. You're meant to have your own.
Absolutely.
So, and it took me a long time to have that mindset, like watching Hidden Colors and, just happening to re-raise myself from what I was brought up to, to do and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you have these parents, both my parents wasn't like, oh, get your own, have your own business and things like that. They wasn't, really teaching me and my siblings about
right, because back
like
then
that.
it was all about getting a good job. Exactly. It was all about getting a good job.
Yeah, it was all about finishing high school. It wasn't even all about finishing college. It was mostly just finishing high school.
Yeah, because back then you can get out. Back then, you can get out of high school and then get a job at the plant. You can get out of high school and work for Ford for 40 years. You can do that. That's dead. You can't do that right now. So you got to get it in. But anyway, I got to go on with the show, sweetie. But y'all email me at info@tariqelite.com and we can chop it up there, all right?
Okay, we sure will. Thank you so very much. And keep up the good work. You're an amazing brother.
Thank you so much,
I
sister.
appreciate everything that you do.
Much respect.
Take care.
Thank you. I got to get back up to Seattle. I got to get back up there. Yeah, writing reviews online. That's a good way to make paper. And when we have another think tank, shout out, I ran into another brother who was part of the think tank over in DC. We're going to have another think tank pretty soon. And that's something we're going to talk about too. I want to talk about one of the things in the think tank. We want to talk about what we can do with younger people like that. What we can do to get them bringing in some type of income. Ways we can go to the youth like that and get them in a situation where they can create income. So we want to come up with the ideas first, then go to some of these cities and see what we can do to implement a program where they can bring in income. Just kind of giving them the game. You understand? Yeah, he can start a blog. So yeah, I want y'all to be part of the think tank so we can start coming up with some ideas like this for the younger folks like this so they can get their money game up. Because it's one thing for us to say, okay, y'all stop that crime and ooh, y'all bad, y'all out there in the streets. The reason motherfuckers get in the streets is because there's no alternative to making paper. Nobody gives them alternatives to making paper. So that's what we're going to have to start doing. We're going to have to start giving them some alternatives, giving them some ideas, and letting them know, okay, this is what you need to do, and this is what we can do to bring a little income in. That's the only reason that people really get in the game, because there's a lack of other options. Yeah, you can do essays online. Hell, you go on Craigslist and you can write. You can take dictations for people. When people give you words to say, you just type the words out. There's a lot of stuff you can do. The last thing, Tank, we had some good ideas. We were talking about what we need to do as far as getting down with politicians. That was one of the things we talked about. And we're talking about, and we're still looking into this too, about getting down with these super PACs. But the problem is, who in the fuck do we support? Because I'm not really feeling Hillary Clinton. The Bernie dude, he's whatever. Damn sure not feeling Trump. You dig? Because with Hillary, the last time we had the Clintons in there, they created this 3 strikes law, and the mass incarceration went through the roof with them. So they came back with like a half-assed apology. That ain't enough. And what happened with Hillary? Hillary tried to go to the black churches with that bullshit, and they said, look, even the black church said, no, Hillary, we ain't, You don't need to. No, we're good. We're good. But we don't have a great option. That's one of the things we're talking about in the think tank. Who can we get like a super PAC for, so we can start getting some money together and just say, hey, look, Bernie or Hillary, here's some paper. Let's get something going on with black folks. See, with Hillary, they already got the thing. They done hooked her up with the Black Lives Matter people. So they're over there pretending that they're doing something. They done hooked her up with them. They got this whole horse and pony show where she's taking pictures with these phony ass Black Lives Matter people who ain't about to do shit, with a fake, with no real agenda. They ain't about to do shit. They're just doing photo ops. Some little sneaky photo op shit. So they're going to, I know, I'm not even, I don't want to be a part of none of that shit, that farce they got going on. Because I don't want, those people are already on the take. And I don't want people to bring a lot of money to the table and then they try to take credit for it. And that's the thing. The white supremacists, they've made all black people somehow synonymous with Black Lives Matter. So whatever somebody black do something, they try to attribute it to Black Lives Matter. You dig? And me, I'm totally anti-Black Lives Matter, to be honest. I'm totally against that whole movement because that movement is funded and controlled and manipulated by the white supremacists. You dig? I ain't with it. And plus, there is no real agenda behind it. Every time they get around Hillary Clinton, they start talking in circles and no, they be talking some bullshit. I tell Hillary Clinton and all of them specifically what we need done. As black folks. First, we're going to get rid of that benign neglect policy where y'all don't even discuss black people specifically. Y'all tie us in with minorities. That has to stop. Black people have very specific needs. Dude, I will break that shit down so smooth on what we need. Let me talk to Hillary and Bernie and those dudes. Yeah, that shit is a farce, Dr. Lady. No, it's a collection of nothingness. Exactly. A collective of nothingness. And then y'all get them Black Lives Matter people, they going to start talking about gay and lesbian issues and trainees and Muppets Matter. That's why they got Hillary and all those people meet with those folks. Because they know there is no real agenda. You understand this. They know what to put on TV and what not to put on TV. There's a reason why the Black Lives Matter people get a lot of airtime and the Million Man March didn't get shit. There's a reason why yesterday 1 million fucking people showed up to DC, peaceful, on the same page, coming together. The mainstream media ignored that shit. But these Black Lives Matter people, they'll put them on TV all day babbling bullshit. Not saying nothing, talking about gay lives matter. Talking about intersectionality. There's a reason why. There is a reason why. The bullshit gets on TV, but the real shit gets ignored. And people say C-SPAN. C-SPAN is very limited. C-SPAN is a very limited channel. It's very limited. Some places don't even get C-SPAN. At my hotel in DC, I didn't even get C-SPAN. C-SPAN is very limited. Let's see who we got here. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Tariq? This is Eric from Dallas.
Eric from Dallas. How you doing, fam?
I'm doing perfect today. I heard you say something about that a lot of these TV shows are scripted. Is that the same way with a lot of radio shows too?
Radio shows are pretty much basically like talk radio is a little bit different, but when you hear like basic radio shows, like with music shows, all they do is basically they just let them gossip. If you look at radio now, back in the day, black radio, they would kind of have more messages to them. But most black radio today is basically controlled by white organizations, and they just allow them to gossip. That's why most urban radio is all about what happened on Love and Hip Hop, what happened on Atlanta Housewives, and what happened on Basketball Wives, and that's pretty much the gist of it. And what happened on World Star, but they ain't really dropping no game like that no more. You dig? So
Right.
they're limited in that capacity. You dig? Now, some people will get bold. They'll interview a Farrakhan or certain people. And shout out to the Breakfast Club. They're getting a little, they kind of go there. They're at that cutting edge to a certain degree. But for the most part, most urban radio is basically jokes and gossip. And that's the extent of it. That's why people were talking about, and not just black radio, but just so-called black media. There's no real black media. People were talking about, well, how come BET didn't show the Million Man March? Because BET is white owned. BET is just the black section of a white store. Basically, it's like going into Walmart and then you go to the Negro hair section that's way in the back where they got one roll of edge control gel, pink oil moisturizer, and curl activator. It's that one row at every Walmart, and that's what BET is really. It's just a section of a white-owned company. So we got to start going back to the word of mouth game, and also we got to start utilizing the internet as a way to empower. We get on the internet and we don't use that shit correctly. We get on the internet and use that to gossip. The white supremacists, they know how to get on the internet and organize little rallies and marches and Tea Party organizations and all that. They know how to rally their shit together because the white supremacists, everything they do is all about maintaining and refining white supremacy. So all of our action has to be about maintaining and creating melanoid empowerment. You feel me?
Right.
Much respect. Thank you for the call, brother. I'll let him soak that in a little bit. That's why y'all need to come on out, man, to Toledo, Ohio. With my back scratcher here. Y'all need to come join me, man. We're going to talk about melanoid empowerment in Toledo, Ohio, November 14th. Y'all need to come on through. Harlem ain't trolling. Harlem ain't trolling. Harlem is cool. Somebody said Harlem is trolling. No. He said I never told the story about how I got ran out of Seattle. No, because I've been saying I'm gonna tell that story for a minute. Harlem is not trolling. Harlem is my dude. But I don't like to talk about a lot of street stuff because now ain't no such things as statutes of limitations with us. With us, they can change the law as much as they can. With black folks, they can change the law at any given moment with us. You dig? Much respect, too. Just like with Bill, in Nevada, they changed the statutes of limitations because of Bill Cosby. They changed the rape statutes of limitations. It used to be, I think, 4 years. Because of Bill Cosby, they changed it back to 20 years. So now they didn't change the law because they felt like, okay, a Negro got away. We used to be able to lock niggas up based on the accusations of random white people, but since the law is working for this nigga, we'll just reverse it. Just like the gun law. Y'all have to remember the gun laws in California, where I'm from, used to be able to open carry out here. In California, you used to be able to open carry in California until late 1960s, I think to around 1967, because what happened, Huey P. Newton from the Black Panthers, he was a very smart dude. Huey P. Newton read some law books and figured out, hey, we can open carry? Let's open carry then. And the minute the Black Panthers started doing it, they changed that fucking law overnight. They changed that law overnight, and the NRA, who's supposed to be all pro-gun, they didn't stop it either. So that lets you know what's up with the NRA, who they're really pro. They're really pro-white supremacy. The NRA is always talking about somebody's trying to take their guns, but when they said, we're going to create this law because of the Black Panthers, they did not oppose that. Yeah, Reagan changed that in 1967. That was Reagan who did that. That was Reagan who did that. Yeah, when them Panthers walked up in that Capitol building with them guns, oops, change the law. man. But anyway, man, but y'all go to TariqLive.com. 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 That's where you can go to get tickets to join me in Toledo, Ohio, November 14th. Everybody, I want y'all up there. We're going to talk about melanoid empowerment, and we're going to talk about some specific things to do, some things to do with our youths. Let me give y'all the link to that video of me roasting Kevin. Y'all remember Kevin Ellison? This the video. I want y'all to save this video just in case this nigga has it taken down. Because this video right here is 5 years old of me roasting this dude named Kevin Ellison, who was a troll from 5 years ago. So y'all keep that. Yeah, hey man, I've been gone for a few days. I left my wife upstairs, so I got to give her some husband loving. You dig? Yeah, dude, did I hear about people training for a race war in the mountains? They've been doing that for the longest. They've been doing that. But again, go to TariqLive.com. TariqLive.com.